her soul it doesn't belong to the person above. Some people are lucky, and we're gonna call it luck. We're not gonna call it her being blessed, because I don't think the Lord will bless somebody like her.
Y'all, Ice Spice is getting serious hate from everyone, even her own fans. She always seems to land herself in some major scandals, and honestly, some of them are kinda hard to defend. Now, the hate has gotten so real that even her fans are saying this might be the end for her, and what once brought her millions of fans has now turned into a wave of haters, with her losing over 500,000 followers in just a few days. But what's got everyone hating on her so hard in such a short time? We're gonna break it all down for you today. So, Ice Spice has recently been in the center of attention because her former friend and rapper Cleotrapa just came for her neck in a TikTok tell-all that's got everyone talking. Now, if you're not in the loop, Cleotrapa is a 26-year-old rapper from New York. She used to be the opening act for several of Ice Spice's Y2K concert tour performances, and that's where things started going downhill. So after her support slot, Cleotrapa didn't hold back and aired her grievances against Ice Spice online, and now we've got ourselves a full-blown online feud. She's claiming she wasn't treated right while on tour, which is kinda crazy considering Ice Spice herself invited Cleotrapa to join the tour. Going on to spill more about her involvement in the tour, Cleotrapa said she was only given a day to prepare for the whole thing. Can you believe that? She was initially shocked that Ice Spice even asked her to join, since she had never brought her out on stage before. She then claimed that her involvement in the tour got zero promo from Ice Spice or her team. And things really hit the fan when she had to lug her own luggage from a venue to the hotel, and she was expected to pay for her own stay at a 5-star hotel, even though Ice supposedly promised she wouldn't have to cover her expenses. Like, it went to the point where Cleo had to pay for her own salad because apparently Cleotrapa wasn't in the budget. Cleo said, "How am I not a part of the budget, but y'all invited me on tour?" Can you believe that? On top of that, Cleotrapa said she had no backstage room during the tour, unlike the other invited guests, and at first she wasn't even allowed to bring anyone with her. I mean, can you imagine? Thankfully, her assistant joined her later on, but still, the whole situation sounds like a complete mess. And if you thought it couldn't get any crazier, Cleotrapa went on to share a screen recording of a private message chain with Ice Spice, where she laid out her grievances about the tour, but she made it clear she wasn't mad. Ice Spice, however, clapped back, calling her ungrateful. Ouch. And Ice Spice definitely wasn't having any of it, and clapped back at Cleotrapa's complaints on X Twitter Space. I mean, you can totally feel the frustration in her words. But fans were quick to share their opinions, with one saying, "Hearing Ice Spice trying to defend herself, it's funny cause she knows what Cleotrapa said was true." And while Ice Spice is out here trying to speak for herself, Cleotrapa didn't hold back in her expose, claiming that Ice Spice is on that weight loss drug, Ozempic, right after Ice had already denied those rumors. She tweeted, throwing some major shade at Ice, saying, "Imagine being called big by someone that was just big. I'm going to bed, bro. Ozempic got y'all gassed and fat phobic now? Bet." But Ice Spice was ready with the clapback. On X Space, she told her followers,
"You not gonna tell the people how we was at an Italian restaurant and you ate so fucking food vacuum that the server was like, where did the food go?"
But honestly, we all saw this drama coming, because apparently baby Storme, another one of Ice Spice's friends, had already warned us back in April on X, saying, "This is Cleo, the girl she chose to be her best friend to the public," when in reality it was me behind the scenes. Cleo and her are not really best friends. Isis has always hated Cleo, but she used her so she could appear closer to blackness. She also lied about being Nigerian. She stole that from me, but baby Storme didn't stop there. Oh no. She added more fuel to the fire. She took to X and dropped a screenshot of an alleged convo with Ice Spice. In the messages, Ice allegedly called Cleotrapa mad fake. And to really stir things up, baby Storme captioned it, "Fake friends gotta stick together," while quote retweeting a picture of Ice Spice and Cleotrapa together. And after all this drama started making waves, Cleotrapa finally decided she had enough and hit that unfollow button on Ice Spice's Instagram. You know it's real when the unfollow happens, like that's the ultimate "we're done" move in 2024. And Cleotrapa was far from backing down. She replied to a fan who claimed she was about that bag and nothing else, keeping it real by admitting she wasn't paid for being part of the tour. She commented, "Y'all thinking I got paid is hilarious. I played, betrayed, and unpaid." But she wasn't done there. In another post, she clarified, "I never had a problem with not being paid, BTW, I knew. I just want everyone to stop thinking I was paid because I wasn't." Now, just to escalate things even more, Ice Spice seemed to throw some shade at Cleotrapa with a poll on her X account. She posted, "On my flight board, so let's play Would You Rather with the options be a mean or be a stupid I mean, can we say messy? It's like she was definitely aiming at someone. Then she followed up with another poll asking, what should I do for dinner? Giving her fans the choices of steakhouse or chicken salad. But after the drama blew up, Azealia Banks jumped in to side with Cleotrapa on her X account. She wrote, I don't like how everyone is trying to make Cleotrapa look. And who at I Am Cleotrapa will be performing with me on Halloween, October 31st at Terminal 5 NYC. She will be paid, have her own space to glam, whatever she wants on her rider, because I have respect and class. Now, that's what I call support. Cleotrapa couldn't help but acknowledge Banks's backing, quoting the original post with a kiss emoji. This is definitely a turn in the storyline, and it looks like Cleotrapa is getting some love from the industry, despite all the drama. But Ice is really caught up in all this. Now, we don't know if it's going to be the end of her or not, especially since this isn't the first time she's had beef with someone. She's even rumored to have beef with Nicki Minaj, someone she once looked up to. Like, this is insane. And to make things even messier, Ice Spice recently caught heat for allegedly trying to copy Nicki's iconic style. Word on the street is that she ordered wigs from Nicki's wig maker and even shared Nicki's wig references, asking for the exact same looks. Girl, what? But of course, Ice Spice's team came through with some serious damage control, claiming it wasn't about copying Nicki, it was all just inspired by Princess Diana. And fans are definitely not feeling this either, especially since it's seen as disrespectful to Nicki, who's a veteran in the game. But there's more to this than just wigs and rumors. Let's dive deeper and get a clearer picture of what's really going on behind the scenes, because the Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj feud has some serious history. And guess what? It all circles back to none other than Ice Spice's former best friend, Baby Storme. Yup, the same friend we mentioned earlier. So back in May, Storme didn't hold back. She unleashed a storm of gossip that had everyone talking. I mean, she definitely must have a reason to spill it all right now, right? In a wild thread on X, she alleged that Ice Spice was fatphobic and colorist, and even claimed that she bullied Storme in school while using her connections to get ahead. Can you believe that? Storme also dropped the bomb that Spice forced everyone in her circle to sign NDAs, but she fired back with, but the only person I'm signed to is God, so I will speak the truth. And it didn't stop there. Storme went on to spill that Ice Spice had cheated on her producer and boyfriend, Raya Say, with Lil TJ. She even leaked screenshots of their conversations where Ice Spice expressed her frustration about negotiating with Nicki Minaj for Barbie World. In those messages, Ice Spice was throwing shade, calling Minaj ungrateful and delusional. And now, Ice Spice has finally stepped up to address all those leaked messages, and she did it in an interview with Rolling Stone. She kept it real, saying, what I said in those texts was just in a moment of frustration around contract negotiations. I could have chosen different words, but at the end of the day, regardless of how I felt in that moment, Nicki is still somebody I respect as an artist, and I'm always going to admire everything she's done for me and the culture. So she's owning up to it, but still showing respect, which is cool. But when it comes to her current relationship with Nicki, Ice Spice shared, we don't have the closest relationship, you know, but we're definitely good. We're mutuals. We had smash records together. I love us together. I think the world does too. But if you've been paying even a little attention, it's clear Nicki Minaj doesn't seem to share that warm, fuzzy feeling. Last month, she went on this intense rant that had everyone raising their eyebrows. In a voice clip that made its way online, Minaj was heard venting about rappers choosing to sign with white-owned record labels instead of her own label, Heavy on It. She said,
a mother tell somebody they don't really want to, you know what I'm saying, sign with Heavy on It, but then they'll go and sign with the white peoples.
Now, fans are speculating that Nicki's rant was a sneaky jab at Ice Spice, especially since Ice is signed to 10K Projects, which is this independent label based in Los Angeles under Warner Music Group. And with Nicki going ahead and unfollowing Spice on social media, it's looking pretty clear that we might not be seeing any collabs between these two anytime soon. And these are just some of the feuds Ice Spice has gotten tangled in. The list seriously feels never ending. That could be exactly why nobody's rushing to sign any deals with her right now, with all this drama swirling around. While people are out here shading at her, can Ice really bounce back from all this heat? I mean, she's shown she has talent and a loyal fan base, but with the negative spotlight and public feuds, it might be a bit tough. We've all heard the saying, the faster you hit the top, the faster you can hit rock bottom. But for Ice Spice, we'll be here to keep you posted on all the tea. Whether she rises again or stays in the shadows, you know we'll have the scoop. So stay tuned, because this story is far from over. Let us know in the comments. Check out my previous videos to stay updated on the latest and hottest teas. See y'all later!